TIFU by closing a door. Warning that this is a bit long because I fancy myself a storyteller, TL, doctor at the bottom. So my, 19F, boyfriend, 20M, and I have spent the last 6 days visiting my father who lives near the coast, for what so far has been a wonderful holiday. We're staying with him in his one-bedroom flat, sleeping on an air mattress in the lounge area. Now, as all coconut teenagers, we've been really trying hard to find a decent, secluded, private place to get freaky. We haven't had much luck. And unless we pay exorbitant amounts of money for a hotel room for one night, it's the great outdoors or the lounge. So this morning after a long drought the lounge won over. My dad is a really light sleeper, and since we've been here only sleeps about 4 hours at night, and the rest of the time he's awakened by his computer, in the lounge. However, last night he went to sleep pretty early, and instead of us thinking he may wake up early, we thought this meant he was tired and would sleep for longer, finally giving us our chance. So this morning at about 6 AM we woke up, and I went to the bathroom, which is unfortunately a walk through his room. And then I close his door a bit on my way out. For no actual clever reason other than closed door equals more privacy. So I climb on the mattress, and for more sauce, I'll tell you we did it sideways so as to seem more inconspicuous. It didn't make a difference. About 2 minutes in my father walks out his room and I jump and gave it all away. He looks at us, spooning but with my leg backwards over my boyfriend. Of course we still tried to keep up the gimmick, hoping he didn't realize what was happening. So it's all lying in the same position and trying to act natural. Doesn't say anything, walks to the kitchen to make coffee, and then walks back to his desk and says, "You aren't very smart." It was then we knew. I ask him what he means. "You shouldn't have closed the door if you wanted to start fun times." Apparently, I can walk past him to the bathroom, jump around in the lounge, even mess around in the kitchen, but the minute I close the door or mess with the windows, then he's wide awake. So closing the door is apparently the reason he woke up and caught us in the act. I think I'm going to be spending a bit more time out of the house today. TL, doctor staying in a one-bedroom flat with my father while on holiday, woke my father up when I closed the door so my boyfriend and I could have some privacy while we had cheesecake, and he caught us in the middle of it. He's a dad. He knows what's up. He's been there when he was a teenager. Source, I'm a dad, with a daughter around your age. Yeah, nah, big oof. Hello fellow Australian. Oof. All I'm going to say is epic dad. TIFU by bringing my pregnant girlfriend out to dinner with my parents. My parents love my girlfriend more than they love me, honestly, doubly now that she's pregnant with their first grandchild. I took them all out to dinner so my parents can fawn over her and tell her how great of a mom she'll be. Always boost her self-esteem, which is great because her pregnancy is rough. My girlfriend has barely been sleeping and has started falling asleep all the time, everywhere. I could see her nodding off at dinner and kept nudging her under the table to keep her up. I went to the bathroom for 2 minutes and she was knocked out on my mom's shoulder. My parents insisted I let her sleep, and I stupidly said that I knew she was exhausted but took her out anyway and then tried to keep her awake at the table. My parents scolded me, a grown man, for not letting her sleep, and now they love her even more than they love me. TL, doctor tried to take my girlfriend out for a nice dinner with my parents, then tried to keep her awake because she was falling asleep, then got scolded by my parents when she finally passed out. Just be thankful that they actually like your girlfriend. Making people is hard work. Let the woman rest. Also, I have made 2 people. She's pregnant and you knew she was exhausted and you couldn't let her miss one dinner. I know that feel, just be glad they get along, because it's far better than the alternative. So freaking true. Marry her, coward. TIFU by going outside. I swear today was the unluckiest day of my life. So this is how my day went. Got a call from my friend, saying he wouldn't be able to make it to the movie today. We both were really hyped for this movie, and had planned to watch it together. I decided to go alone. Just as I stepped outside and started my scooter, it started drizzling. Only a few minutes back, it was a bright sunny day. That should have been the first clue from the universe. The theater is an hour from my place, and you can get tickets only from the ticket counter inside the theater. But I got caught in a heavy traffic, resulting in reaching late to the theater. I drive a rental scooty, whose ignition is activated via a mobile app and needs an internet connection. After stopping at the parking lot, I tried to switch off the ignition, but the internet was too slow. So I spent an extra 15 minutes trying to turn off the banana vehicle. I finally climbed up the stairs and reached the counter, only to find it closed. Tickets were all sold off. Dejected, I just roamed around the mall for a while. I got back to the parking lot and started my scooty. And again, once I arrive outside, it starts pouring. Since I wear glasses, I'm not able to see properly because of the water droplets on the lenses. On top of it, it was dark outside. I had to ride slowly, taking care not to trip over potholes or ditches. I was totally drenched by that point and the road was devoid of any humans. While taking a turn, a random dog decided to cross my path and stare at the headlights. I gripped onto my brakes. The tires skidded on the wet road and I lost my balance. But thankfully, there was an old man running towards me. He helped me up and lifted my scooter, and walked away. Checked if I was hurt anywhere. The fall was pretty bad. My jeans were torn, and my palms were bleeding. But I also realized one more thing. My wallet was missing. Panicking, I started searching on the ground. I looked around if the old man had stolen my wallet. But I couldn't see anything from my rain-drenched glasses. My wallet had everything: cash, credit cards, driving license, and ID card. The worst part? The wallet was a birthday gift from my dad who had bought it for me only 2 days back. Tried pursuing the old man, but I had no idea which direction he went. So I continued riding towards my home, crying in the rain, hoping no one would make out the difference between the tears and raindrops. Right now I'm sitting on my bed, calling each bank one by one, to deactivate my cards. TL, doctor, friend bailed on me. Reached the movie late. Tickets were sold out. Turned back, drenched in rain. Met with an accident. Wallet got stolen. Would give this day a 0-10. Edit, spacing and formatting. That's some old school TIFU material right there. I'm sorry all that happened. I hope there wasn't any damage apart from ripped up jeans. Also, have you tried phoning the movie theater on the off chance that you left your wallet there? Yeah, and I filed a police report too. Not sure if that's gonna help. Did you by chance cross paths with a black cat? But really that sucks big time. I ride a mountain bike for transportation and I once lost my wallet, fell right out of my pocket. I retraced my whole route looking everywhere, could not find it. Rejected, I start for home. I make it to a mechanic's shop that I pass, and a guy runs out and says, "I found your wallet. I was going to give it the police if I did not see you." So that really made my day. Maybe you will get lucky and have that happen. Wow, you're lucky. Hope it turns out well for me as well. I bet it was the guy. It's a butternut. Sorry mate. Thanks man, I filed a police report. Don't know if I'd get my wallet back though. This needs more upvotes. This reminds me about an incident that happened to me around 5-ish years ago. So basically found the phone plus credit card plus it held together by the case, and being the foolish idiot I used to be, I handed it to the janitor and he didn't even say anything back, just walked away in a suspicious way. So I may or may not have ruined the guy's life.